Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I had planned on going for a hunt today, but the weather is certainly not in our favour. It's absolutely bucketing down. So I thought, what better opportunity than now to show you what Jacobs Digital has sent down to me. As you know, they're a channel sponsor, so thank you very much, Jacobs Digital. And as always, down here in the description there's a link to their website, so please support them. Local Kiwi company, so yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you supported them. But anyway, I will show you what they've sent me. This thing here, the Nokta Accupoint, brand spanking new, still in the box. Haven't opened it. Had it for a couple of weeks now, so I'm going to take the opportunity to get it opened up and show you all the features it has. Hopefully it's got some charge in it. If it doesn't, I'll have to give it a charge and then run you through it. Alright guys, I'll spin you around and we'll have a look at it. Okay guys, here it is. So let's open this up. So first of all, we've got the user manual. Looks like charging cable, spare tip, and there's a little carabiner on a strap. That's pretty cool. And here it is. Okay, so that's the pouch. It's handy, and that's it there. Nice looking. I see there's a tip there. It's removable. Clips back on. Okay. Just going to zoom you back out because it's a bit up and personal. Okay, so you got the speaker there. Obviously this winds off, so just okay, so it's just a twist lock, not actually threaded. And I believe these are like a dampener. There it is. So this dampens the sound, so it's not so loud. And you can see there you've got a USB-C charging port. Okay, and that just pops back in there. And then, like I say, your cap is just a on and twist to seal it, and that's it, back on. One button. Looks like twin LED lights. These are supposedly the brightest out of all the pinpointers. Oh, look at that. You see it's a nice bright LCD screen. You can see on the screen you've got your sensitivity over here set on 7, your battery, and the tone. So this is tone 1. Just doing that with my ring. Press that again and it comes on. Better move the ring away. So then if you press and hold, you go to your settings. You let that bar go right across, and your first setting is your sensitivity. So you press and hold that, you can see it's on 7. Press once for 8, 9, back to 1. So we'll take it back to the factory setting, and if you leave it like that for a second, it'll reset to the main menu. And then your next one along is your audio. So you've got audio and vibration. Oops. Okay, I need to work fast with this thing. Doesn't give you a lot of time. Okay, so audio and vibration only, audio only. Get that set back. Next one along is your accept reject. So yes, this does reject out iron. So we've got one tone, take out the iron, or two tone. So what your two tone does is, if you leave it on that, you'll have one tone for ferrous, and you'll certainly notice the difference on non-ferrous, which I'll show you a bit more in depth. I'll just run through this menu at the moment. Oops, turned it off. Okay, so got to accept and reject. Bluetooth, you can pair this with your headphones or buds, so I'm not going to play with that. Next one is frequency shift. So it gives you 3 different cycles to frequency shift to if you've got a bit of interference with your detector. The next one along is your torch. Turn the torch on, turn it off. Super bright. I'll just go back into there so I can turn that off, and there you go, that's off. So let it sit. This is your volume. Press and hold again. You can hear it there. Turn it up full bore. Very loud. And next one along is your back screen brightness. So you can dim it or have it bright. 2 settings. Obviously we'll have it bright. And your next one along is a full factory reset, which obviously I'm not going to do because it's already reset. So that's your main features. I'm just going to press and hold that to power it off. There you go, it's off. This is, oh actually I've just noticed on the back here, hopefully you can see that, it's got inches and centimetres. So starting at 1 inch right through to 8, and your centimetres go from 0 to 22 centimetres. It's a pretty deep plug. As I was saying, this thing here is IP68 waterproof. You need to make sure that this cap's on properly, but it can go to 3 meters. So yeah, essentially you could dive with it. I like the fact that it's got the small removable tip. Okay, I'm just going to test that. I've got the New Zealand half crown. Pin pointer is on full sensitivity, and I am going to hold flat and start moving it. So I'm getting about 1.5 inches there. Now, if I want to be fair, I'm going to say 1 3/4, about 4.5 centimeters on the half crown. So we'll move to the penny. That picked it up at 2 inches. It's pretty close. I'm going to call that 2 inches on the penny, which is really good. So I've got the ship's half penny now. Okay, that is a definite 1 3/4, or around about 4.5 on the ship's half. I'm going to go with the 1 shilling, 50% silver. Getting that at 1 3/4. Yeah, definitely. Although more consistent at 1.5 inches. So I'm going to call it 1.5 inches. Okay, this coin is very small. Still 50% silver though. A very tiny coin. Really hard to hold. Okay, that's 1.25 inches, or around about 30 millimeters or 3 centimeters. So pretty good. Last one will be this tiny little sterling silver ring. I'm going to put it heart end forward and see what we get. Okay, 3/4 inch on that, or around about 20 mil or 2 centimeters. Okay, I'll get reset with the Accupoint and see how we go. Alright, as you can see there, I'm on 7. Just where I've got this set up, it's way too sensitive on 8 and 9. So out in the field, I'm sure you'll be able to use it, but where I'm set up, definitely not. Okay, so same again, we're going to start with the New Zealand half crown. See what we end up with. That is picking that up at 7 centimeters. Wow. That's about 2.5 inches. 2 3/4 inches actually. I'm impressed. Really sensitive. Okay, we've got the English penny. Oh wow. That is about 7.5 centimeters or 2 3/4 inches. This thing is a beast. Okay, the ship's halfpenny. Two and a half inches or 6.5 centimeters. Crazy. The New Zealand shilling. Easy 2.5 inches or 65. Oh, it is way more powerful. Okay, we've got that little 3 pence now. This will be interesting. Oh, double the power. That's an easy 2 inch. Holy. Okay, the little sterling silver heart ring. I'm going to say 1 3/4 inches, 35 mil, all day. Sorry, not 1 3/4 inches, 1.5 inches. Just under 1.5 inches there, so around about 3.5 centimeters. And that's a tiny little ring. Okay, as you can see guys, that's set on 7, which is the factory setting, and the proof is in the pudding. This thing is grunty. Okay. Really, really impressed. There you go. Nokta Accupoint. and it has just completely annihilated the old Nokta Pointer. I won't knock it, it's an excellent pin pointer, but this thing is just magic. Right, I'm going to go and see if I can find a rusty bit of iron or rusty nail and just show you how that two-toning works and that iron discrimination. Okay guys, I have turned down the sensitivity to 5. It's just a bit grunty and a lot of EMI in here. I'm in the garage obviously because it's pouring down with rain. But anyway, you can see here I've got it on 2 tones at the moment. So what I want to show you by 2 tones is I've got my gold ring here. We get close. Actually, I could probably turn that up a bit, to be honest. Cycle back through those. Jump in. I'll turn it back up to 7. There you go. Let that set. And it'll set again in a second. There we go. Okay, so we'll bring that closer. Listen for the tone. Got the ship's halfpenny, just the same thing. Now what I want to show you is I don't have anything iron or rusty, but I've got one of my Dremel scars. This is obviously iron. I just want you to listen to the difference. Hear that? It's right on it. Versus just a much slower beat. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we'll go into that again. There it is. So I'm going to go to 1. I'll let that reset and I'll show you. There we go. So on the ring, on the penny or half penny, and on that, same. So you're not going to be able to tell the difference. Now the other alternative you can do is actually discriminate it. So let's get in and do that. There, you can see that horseshoe. So that's all gone now. So we'll show you the ring. The ship's halfpenny. And check this out. Gone. This is a beast. I am absolutely stoked with this and cannot wait to get this out in the field. And obviously it has 360, so all the way around. It's going to be magic. Alright, so press and hold, get halfway, and it powers down. There we go. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this little review. I think it's a beast. I think it's going to be amazing in the field. So there you go. If you do want to buy one of these, I'll have Jacob's Digital link in the description as I mentioned earlier. Jump on and purchase one. These are incredible. Plus, like the previous model, the Nokta Pointer, it has the lost alarm. So after, I think it's around about 3 to 5 minutes, if you've left it on the ground, it's going to start beeping at you to say, hey, come find me. How good is that? And almost indestructible. Alrighty, thanks for watching, guys. I'll get out and hunt with it. You're going to see it on some future videos, and obviously I'll talk about it during those hunts. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.